Break the silence. Where are the rest of you? Come in New Zealand?
What did you say?
I suppose just some I guess icebreakers. I'm in New Zealand. Like, where are the rest of you?
Oh, I'm in fuck my sister, Virginia. So is my girlfriend and Lieutenant Dan.
Your sister. Not really, don't worry. That's not true.
I don't think I've ever actually heard Virginia referred to that way.
Or is it
feel
West
like it's
Virginia?
more
West Virginia.
Alabama. West Virginia and Alabama are
Oh.
the ones that get referred to that.
But we're close enough, so, you know.
Well, if you guys are ready to begin, I'm gonna go down the line. We can tell us about your character. You don't have to have like a full backstory or anything. Just think whatever you were doing in Mad Men era, 19, old time. What would bring you out here? Let's start with Carrick. Let's see. Tell us about your character.
Like this is he's a very meek, like Kenku. Like he's always wandered around Waterdeep until he found the job, and he mostly took it to hide from the people who he presumes who are hunting him because he's an escaped slave. He used to be a slave of the Drow up in Menzo Baranzan, but managed to escape. Well, he didn't really escape, they just sort of beat him up and thought he was dead, and someone came along and saved him, and then helped him escape the city. Since then he's been running from the Drow, who he thinks is hunting him down.
So why did you take this case on finding missing people? Someone close to you, family, or a friend?
Well, he himself, his skills while he was a slave were he helped the guards investigate, though that turns out he was pretty good at it, and that's sort of why they got rid of him, because he was sort of getting too good and he was making them look bad. So he's mostly trying to hide from the Drow, but it's a job that his skills fit. It's a good place to hide, just under a city, underwater city. Does there need to be more than that, or is that okay?
Oh, yeah, that's good. Hollow, tell us about your character.
Well, my character Ezra is born from a elven father and a human mother. That father didn't really want much to do with Ezra, and he's kind of been on his own, like a lot of half elves are. And he's kind of made his way as sort of a pencil pusher, bureaucrat type, and he has along the way picked up some ways of defending himself, having to do work as a courier and other such things. And he sees Rapture, or this underwater city, as a place to move up for himself, doing the same kind of things, but making his own way, and establish himself maybe in a way he couldn't have done so on land.
Okay, Lieutenant Dan.
Alright, so my character is a half-orc named Drask. He was a soldier not too long in the past. He was an officer, and he has been wandering ever since then. Has been wandering around as a sword for hire. More so a good sword for hire, not like the one just out for the money, but actually trying to help. And that's pretty much it. And he found this job and decided to join up and help out finding the kids.
Okay, so you don't have any emotional ties. It's just all about the money.
No, it's not about the money. It's more just like helping the innocent kids, like what's going on with them. Why do they get taken? Trying to protect the innocent type of thing. Because he was on a soldier. What would you say the soldiers are around here?
Oh,
There
you're
are
all
any?
from Waterdeep, basically. I should
Okay.
have made that clear earlier. Basically, you're a group of people from Waterdeep sent to investigate like where the missing people were.
Yeah. Okay. So then I guess I was a soldier or an officer at one of the bases at Waterdeep. We'll just go with that. And then I had just retired from the military when I heard about this.
One last mission before going into retirement.
Pretty much, like okay, fuck it. But he, like I said though, he was a sword for hire anyways. So, but this seemed like a bigger one than his normal sword for hires, which is typically just like bouncer jobs and security jobs and shit like that, which don't really end up doing much. But because of how big he is and how much of a hulk he is, just standing there, nobody ever fucks with him.
Okay, Tarak.
Alright, so. The Tritons are a good and noble people. Everyone knows this. Some don't fit the mold, though. Nundus is one of those. As a child, he left his people to join a crew of pirates on the high seas. He spent most of his childhood on pirate ships, and then one day he discovered that there was something else below the waves other than his people. And it was offering him power.
So would you say you would be
As-
smuggling trade into the city of Rapture?
Perhaps.
Because if you, when you interact with the city, they're very isolated. There's no one's allowed to leave. Contraband from outside of the world, anything with literature, religion, anything at all, like will all instantly like get you executed. So, but there's a huge need that people want to know what's going on still up top. So, do you help provide this kind of service?
If it is both profitable and desirable to my patron, I do.
Oh, they give you exorbitant amounts of money to bring in, the contraband. But one of the cargo rushes, you notice, it's just a crate, and when they open it, it's full of just young girls, children. Does this make you feel guilty at all, or do you turn a blind eye to this?
I don't see what business it is of Nundus's what he is hauling, so no guilt.
Okay. And Vaporeon.
So my character Magenta, she is also a cleric. She's a Triton cleric. And she basically grew up with a family of medical professionals. Her father was a surgeon, and so she kind of was around a lot of that as she grew up, and she actually ended up getting a job working as a medic with Deep. And so she's just kind of wanting to help as much as she can. She heard about all of what was going on, and she just kind of wanted to see if she could help in any way.
So you said you served as a medic with the soldiers of Waterdeep?
Yes.
So technically you'd be under me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys kind of known each other from before.
I just keep to myself. But yeah.
Nundus, right? Kevin, that's the name of your character.
That's correct.
Okay. You notice the past coming months, there hasn't been a need for for your usual goods. But surface dwellers offer some money to get in, and you know the secret passage to. You take this money.
Yes.
Okay.
Taking money is good.
So you haven't been here for months. It's not. You haven't heard any communication from the people of Rapture. They usually dress like, from what you've seen, like people that look like in a Mad Men show. Okay, and this is where we'll begin. You just swim out of the hole leading from the sea right into this cavern. Nundus, you just brought this group of people. Most of them are from Waterdeep, and they're just trying to find some missing people.
So we can start moving around and all good shit.
Yeah. You notice as you swim up, Nundus, it looks like usually this place is more kept, fitted. There's usually a guard standing here, some people greeting. Yeah, it's none of that. It kind of seems eerie. The lights, the electrical work is kind of flickering. You kind of hear some scratching with metal, like in the distance.
Something's not right here. There should have been someone to meet us.
Well, unless he's probably shivering, he's probably like got to like try to light a torch, but he's probably not very good at it because like he's cold and it's dark.
So you're gonna light a torch?
He's going to. Yeah, can I attempt to light a torch? I've got a tinderbox and 10 torches.
We could just say you have a flashlight. Because this is the modern era.
A little light on me as well. Is there any way that I can just kind of look around and see if there's anything interesting?
When you look at the walls, you notice that there's it looks like claw marks. Just a bunch of like claw marks going just down, being dragged all across the walls. And then when you pay attention a little more, you notice that there's blood stains in some of the corners.
Oh, I feel like we're getting kind of close to something. I feel like, you know.
Looking at the blood, like how well is it congealed? Like, can I tell how long the blood's been here for?
Yeah, you could do an investigation.
Investigation. I've got investigation. 13.
You could say a few days.
He'll turn to you, and it's like the blood is a few days old.
Maybe we should keep moving. Because it's possible, you know, at least we're going in the right direction.
He'll just sort of shrug at you.
Let's continue on, yes.
You notice that water you step in is about waist high. It's coming from the leaks from the walls. It's very salty, it's very cold water. You definitely know something's not right at this point if they're just letting a leak just happen inside this cavern that leads up to the city.
If Linus isn't happy to be back in the water again, it's very cold, isn't it?
Nundus is used to cold water, so.
And rolling
Ooh,
it.
there's trouble.
Oh.
I'm Not sure if anyone else can see that.
Yep. Don't forget to select your token and roll initiative.
That's a bit creepy, whatever that is.
Aww.
I did click it! Okay. So, I clicked it, but apparently it didn't register, so...
That's fine, just click on your token and just hit roll initiative again. Yeah, and I'll just change it to a 21.
Let's see
I
here.
guess since modern day, I guess instead of a
Speaker?
short bow, I'll have like a 9mm pistol or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
if you wanted to call it like a 9mm pistol, rifle, whatever you want to call it, like, instead of like a crossbow, it's whatever you want.
I'm having an issue with the initiative roller, I guess.
Hollow, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Did you click your token first and then you
Yeah,
click
click-
into your
yeah.
character? That's weird.
Nundus actually does have a spear. It's not some modern equivalent. Though his light
Oh,
crossbow is
okay.
actually a spear gun for aquatic usage.
Okay. Seems to be
What
working
did you
now.
roll originally? Did you roll a 20? What did you roll originally for initiative, Ezra?
Well, I mean, I just rolled that 20, right? Or did you put that in there?
Yeah, I'll put that in there. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll start it with magenta. You just see some kind of deformed, mutated creature wearing rags of humanoid clothing. To the possibly to the south. You don't know. What do you do?
She just kind of gasps a little bit as she's starting to walk up and sees these creatures and just kind of yells, "Oh my gosh, everybody look at this. What should we do?" Does anybody have any suggestions? Can you tell? Is anybody familiar with this creature or
Yeah. Ezra's been kind of hanging a bit to the back. He's just kind of like, I jumped on this thing, but I'm kind of over. He's kind of got this like, am I in over my head sort of look.
I'm just gonna walk up and I'm gonna do Sacred Flame just to kind of see if that'll do anything. Okay.
To which one? And you hit it. Ezra.
Ezra just he very reluctantly gets his clothes wet, moving through the water to sort of catch up. And I can't really see much of anything else from that position, right? Yeah.
Nope. You don't see anything.
Yep. All right. Then I will stay put.
Flightless.
He's going to move forward because he doesn't like not seeing what's going on. So that's, I guess moving through the water is difficult to aim.
Yes, if you don't have swimming as a natural thing, yeah, so it'd be difficult
That's
for you.
10, 20, 25. That's not good, but there's a lot of them. I will try to use my insightful fighting against the closest one. And that would be my insight versus their deception.
So I make a charisma?
Yeah, charisma deception.
Okay.
And if I succeed for the next minute, I can put my sneak attack damage onto like the target. I guess I'll shoot him with my, my Makarov.
Nice.
22.
Yep, that hits.
Just checking my level 3, so 2d6. That's 14 points of damage.
You're not sure what the fuck this thing is, but you just blew its head square off. Do you do anything else?
He probably just rounds the corners of the streaks and just blasts in the head. And I think that's all I can do this turn.
Okay, this is going to be to flight.
Yeah, that hits.
This is going to be to Miss Magenta.
Oh god.
This is a 17 hit. Yes, it does.
Yep.
Okay.
And we're grappled.
Yes, you are ground. So you see these tentacles come out of these weird-looking mutated beings. One you notice, Flightless, with your intuitive senses. One looks like it used to be an elf, or it could have been an elf. But there's no way, it's so deformed looking like you don't know what the fuck it is. And the other one looks like it could have been human. Nundus.
Either way, he's not happy.
Well, little awkwardness to encounter tentacle monsters, considering my patron. I'm gonna avoid using anything that will reveal that, and just move to about here to Eldritch Blast this one.
Okay, go ahead. That is a...
Yeah, I sincerely doubt that's a hit.
Yep, that's a hit. Anything else, good sir?
That's it for now. Hold off on casting any first level or higher spells.
Kate Drask. If you move across the water, it'd be difficult to read. Are you if you're talking, I don't hear you, by the way. Yeah, you're muted.
I think it was muted. That's why. Alright, so that was 20 feet. I decided to stop there, and I'm going to go ahead and use my rifle on this guy.
Okay, go ahead. That is a hit.
Is this one of the ones where you had the double attacks, or just one attacks?
I don't know. I've never used this before. Magenta.
So if he got hit, am I still grappled, or what is the situation on that?
Yeah, you're still grappled.
Okay, so I guess hold on. I'm just kind of like wiggling and trying to like bite myself out. I know that sounds weird, because I can't use my hands. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try. Give me 1 second.
I mean, you can't just smack it with your weapon, can't you?
Maybe. Yeah.
Because grapple just reduces your movement to 0.
Can I still cast Sacred Flames? Am I able to cast anything if I am grappled?
Only if you subscribe to my OnlyFans.
I thought he was gonna say something like actually helpful for a second.
You guys are like 10 feet apart from each other right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
I just heard him through your mic.
I know. Oh. Yeah, I'll do Sacred Flame.
Okay, that's it.
Nice.
You're using the Fallout background noise. This is Fallout New Vegas.
But with security command from Ryan Industries, the system works for you.
Ezra?
Okay, Ezra will, let's see here, take a move, 0, so 5, 10, 15. Is that, you said that's waist-high wire?
Yeah.
Let's see here, yeah, so I can't get a good bead on the one that's grappling currently, correct?
What do you plan on using?
I have some darts in my pocket that I was planning on using.
Oh yeah, you could try it, but it'd be at disadvantage.
Sure.
Okay, and roll again.
Don't think that 10's gonna hit anyway.
All right, do you do
Okay.
anything else, sir?
I do not.
Flightless will drop the pistol and draw his rapier.
Don't forget to pick it up back up at the end.
Yeah, and he'll stab at the injured one that's attacking the other Triton. But again, he will use his insightful fighting to try to figure out, well, a good place to hit this thing. Ooh, he
Sorry,
doesn't
give
hit
me
it.
1 second. Fucking
Okay.
is being a bitch.
Oh, there goes rhythm bot.
Okay, I succeed, but I still miss. I still miss with my attack.
Do you do anything else, sir?
My movement is 0 because I'm grappled, so I that's it. That's my turn.
Okay, that's to flightless. And yeah,
I thought that one was. Oh, it's to both of us.
yep.
Yeah, both of y'all grappled.
And you
I
also,
fail.
I don't know if you remember from Arctic's games, it's the same thing. You all have inspiration once per session. So whenever you feel like making a reroll
Yeah, I
for
might as well.
anything, you can.
I might as well use it. Don't want to die at the like.
Oh, that sucks.
You all exactly the same thing.
Okay. Drains. You feel your life force draining from you. Roll Constitution, Magenta.
So I have 1 hit point by the.
Yep, you fail.
Damn it.
You take 7 damage.
Perhaps I should have took Spare the Dying as a tome cantrip. Oh well. Okay. Which one looks more injured of the two of them?
They actually
Of
look pretty
these-
good.
I have 1
Because
hit
they-
point. What do you mean?
Of
They
these
just-
two.
They both look pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try to Eldritch Blast this one again.
Is it really safe to play God? Well, Jerry, the job is up for grabs. Can Rapture
Does that hit?
create our own destiny?
That's a miss.
Oh,
When you really
bugger.
think about it, plasmids are no more dangerous than fire. Just need to splice responsibly. Gather us
Alright.
started. Here we come.
15. 20, 25, 30. And I'm gonna use that.
Do you slice his lip off? Magenta.
So he's still not dead yet, correct? The one that's right.
Nope, you can use your hammer or your spell.
I'm gonna use the hammer. I keep cutting out. Hold on. Give me a second.
That is a miss.
Oh, drat. This isn't really going too well, guys.
What's your HP at?
Okay.
19.
Ezra's going to move and I guess surprisingly, because he looks like a fop, he's going to try to come across the face with a kick on this creature.
Yep, that's it.
Alright, so is that what? It's 12 damage?
No, so you click on the monk unarmed strike in the chat box and it'll roll it.
Darn it.
Okay, 7.
Can't reach the saucepan. Coming up short without
Okay, 7 damage.
Yep, and that one's pretty hurt pretty bad.
And then I will use a bonus action to make another arm strike.
came right to you. You mean I
I'll give you that because you're flanking technically.
that's the ticket.
Okay.
Let your family go unfed. Stop by your local gatherer's garden and evolve today.
I don't even think the second one hit.
Yeah, second one didn't hit, right? Yeah.
No, I gave you advantage, so you critted.
Oh, well then.
Do you do anything else? Up, and it dies.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm starting to think I'd actually have to cast spells.
Flightless, you are still tangling with this hentai monster.
It is time to squirm away. I'll attempt an acrobatics to get out of the grapple.
Up.
Can I, as a free action, pick up my pistol?
Yep.
Okay, and then I will bonus action disengage, because I am a rogue. 10, 20, 25.
The one in front of me die?
Yeah, the one in front of you is dead.
He is.
Yeah,
okay,
for some
cool.
reason my thing's not working. It usually puts an X on them for some fucking reason, but yeah.
Worries.
This one comes up to you, Magenta.
God.
Does nope, a 9 does not hit. It misses.
Ha.
21 hits.
Ah.
Takes 7 damage. Nundus.
Okay, I think it's time to, well, not fight fire with fire, but fight tentacles with tentacles. I'm gonna... Ooh, my pointer's out. Eldritch Blast here. Does that hit?
Yes.
16. Finally. 7 damage. And I will activate my Grasp of the Deep to summon my own tentacle over here. I wish I had a token for that, but I don't.
I can
And-
read. Where are you summoning it?
Right here. Adjacent
to
to
the-
this one.
That guy's
I
dead.
think that one's dead. I think I killed it. Like,
Oh, this one's dead?
Yeah.
So this is the only living one?
Yeah, the one by the water is the only one living.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put the tentacle here then. And it will smack him, hopefully. On a 7, definitely not smack him. It will attempt to smack him, and...
It will smack the ground next to him.
Yeah.
Is that the end of your turn?
That would be the end of my turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Is he allowed to step where the tentacle is?
The tentacle's right here.
Oh, okay. I'm not high.
The one adjacent to me. But I missed anyways. Actually, would it be flanking or not? Because he is focused on her.
Yeah, I think that's flanking. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So then 11 slashing.
He's still up. Magenta.
I'm just gonna step forward and use my Warhammer again on the one that's still there. Let's see.
That's a hit.
Alright.
Okay. And it is dead.
Hey guys, don't worry, I got it. I got it this time.
It's weird. I don't know why the death tracker's not working. Okay, so yeah, you guys all defeat the mutated, fucked up humanoids.
Alright, and I begin seeing what they have.
My tentacle will disappear after a minute, and I will make no mention of it.
You find some syringes, empty syringes in their bags, but that's really it.
Oh, so they were crackheads.
Well, you're not sure.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
you're not
Kraken
sure.
heads.
Kraken heads.
Alright.
So I'm just
Can I see
looking
what
at the
these-
crystals, just chilling.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna investigate and see what these are. Ah,
looking at these bodies, does it look like the tentacle ones, like just like earlier stages of like the one that we killed first, or do they look like different creatures?
the one we killed first was easier to kill, so I feel like the one we killed first is the earlier stage of those last two. If there is,
It's hard to
stages to it.
it's hard to say. When you look at the smallest one that died first, you could see that it's a child, maybe, perhaps, or the size of a child. The other two
Oh,
are
so
the
we killed
size
parents.
of adult.
So we killed the parents and the kid.
Quick
guess.
question: what is my dark vision range set to? On the dynamic lighting,
60.
it should be 120 for Devil Sight.
Boom.
That's better.
You didn't think it was possible, but Flightless looks even more upset than he was before. Now he's bleeding as well as wet.
Well,
Yeah.
we do have a healer.
Yeah. Ezra just looks uncomfortable with the whole situation. Just kind of like looking around, and now they're cold and wet, and really unsure about all of this.
And there's like deep orcish, raspy voice, my guy, just goes like, these creatures were odd.
Can I search the area with a perception check to see if I can see if these creatures are hiding anything, like nearby?
You could try, yeah.
Speaking of, I am
20.
going to investigate this pool here.
What were you investigating, Flightless? I'm sorry.
You're seeing if they hid anything in the nearby area, because they had syringes on them. They might be hiding like other things, like I guess in their nest, if this is what that is.
You see just random clothing, shoes, jewelry, accessories, part of someone's hand, skulls, broken syringes. Yeah, you're not sure. Nothing really of value. When you look into the pool, you see like a glowing baby slug, like a sea slug. Seems harmless when you put your hand towards it. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Actually, do investigation on these crystals just to see if there's anything special about them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool.
If you put them in your urethra.
Not normal.
You know that these are just used mainly for decorative purposes. Nothing really special about them.
Okay.
Usually, your people actually sell these to the surface dwellers a lot, the Triton people, because it's rare for them.
It's almost like a mermaid thing then. You know how like
Hipster kids like to wear them around their neck and say that their eyes change based on their moods.
collecting them for personal use to maybe distribute later on and make some money.
Sure.
Cool.
I think I'll leave the slug be. And
Eat him.
wait for everybody else to finish their own investigations. And then I'll be ready to move on up.
Yeah, Ezra isn't really investigating much of anything. This is all messed up.
You can see it must be like the group is moving on. And
It's just
they,
that some of us are done with the checks, so we're just sitting up here waiting for everybody else to finish looking around.
maybe I'm not doing like justice, but I mean, whenever he speaks, most of the time it's in the voice of a aggressive drow. But you can tell like it's just the voice, it's just the sounds he has. He's not trying to be like aggressive. Even know what I'm talking about.
You hear somebody crying to the east.
To the east? From up here?
Yes. You see to the east a kind of what looks like a ventilation shaft stuck in the wall. And you see right here that's where the source of crying is coming from. It sounds like a little girl.
Hmm.
Creepy. What do you think that is?
Hey. And in game, I'm saying to them in kind of like a lowered voice. See you guys to the south over here.
Yes, I can hear them.
Hmm.
No, that's you hear the crying. You don't hear the people to the south. I think, do you?
I kind of hear a mixture of things. It's a little confusing. I don't really know what to make of it.
I don't recall hearing people to the south.
No, I see people to the south.
Are the people actually speaking? Like, can we hear them?
If you can hear somebody giggling, further to the east about something. It kind of sounds like they're drunk. Yeah, it sounds like two drunk people.
I guess he'll like just open up his beak and just make the same sounds, but just quieter, so for the benefit of everyone who can't hear that distance.
From my previous times here, which way is into the city? It's north?
North.
Or
North.
North.
But you notice
So-
everything it just seems like it's been it's just broken, out of place. Lights are falling, the ceiling is falling apart, water's leaking everywhere.
You said there was like a ventilation thing in the wall. Where was that?
right. I just dropped myself
I'll
on the wall.
I'll try.
It's about there.
Yeah. So you hear crying coming from the it's big enough to fit a small girl in there, basically.
Is it like above head height?
Yep.
Okay, can I like jump up and try to like pull myself up so I can like see into the hole?
You see what looks like a human girl with glowing yellow eyes.
He's seen weirder things. It is very weird. But I guess he'll make like a friendly bird chirp to try to like get her to stop panicking, I guess.
She crawls deeper up to the shaft. Kind of out of view. Do you chase her?
Well, I don't think I'll fit in the hole, but I'll like look down at the rest of them and just go like the suspect is down the pipe. Down there.
How tall is my character? Because I can try to go after her if I'm smaller.
I'm 5'3".
So I mean, you can be as tall as you want to be. You'd probably be like 6 foot something. I don't know. As a trident. Who wants to go in there to chase her, or do you just gonna let her run?
My character is too injured to be chasing children down like pipes.
Nundus is inclined to let her run. Crawling through a ventilation shaft does not sound like a good time to him.
Also to the north, you kind of hear like loud stomps, like something pacing slowly.
Is it getting closer?
No, but you can hear it in the distance. It seems like it's something heavy. You still hear the giggling down to the southeast hall.
I guess he'll like climb down from like his van from where he was like looking through the pipe and step back.
Yeah, let's move back down this way.
Okay.
Oh,
and-
pity.
So you see two. You see a couple. One's wearing a really nice ballroom dress, and the other one is wearing a nice tuxedo. But they're both wearing animal masks. The woman is wearing a bunny. The man is wearing a pig. And the minute you walk in and they see you, they go, "Oh yes, are you here for the party?"
Party,
Can I try
mister.
to determine their race by like because we can't see their faces, but can I try to determine the race by the rest of their features?
They're both human, or they seem human at least. They're
I'm
covered in
just gonna
blood, by
play
the way.
along.
Like the dresses and his tuxedo is covered in blood.
Yeah, I'm gonna play along. Yes, we are here for the party.
Ah, yes, 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 yes. And then the wife goes up to you and she starts doing that doo-wop 50s bullshit dance next to you. Come dance with me, come on, you're handsome, come on. Because she's trying to drag you over here. My wife is a very good dancer,
I'll-
yes, yes.
I will play along, but I'm ready to fight if this turns out to be a trap.
Huh.
I'm not letting my
Maybe.
guard down around them.
About my character's like, what's it? He's like accustomed to ambushes, like in the like duplicitous people. Like, did these people just seem crazy, or are they trying to like draw us in for an ambush?
I do an insight check.
23.
These people are fucking out of their minds, so you could tell that they could ambush you at any moment, but it's not really what their intention is. They don't seem to have any intention, except right now it seems to be dancing and partying.
So I mean, it could still go either way, but at the moment it's not outright malicious.
Yeah, they don't seem malicious, but they you know that they are fucking insane and you also know they probably are dangerous because when you actually look at their blood, it's pretty fresh. The stains on their clothes.
And it doesn't appear to be theirs.
Unless they're bleeding, but they don't have any cuts. They're in pristine condition, physically.
Guess he'll just tap the guy behind him's like, the suspects are intoxicated. That'd be like, I guess the half elf.
Yes.
Can I get you boys a drink or something? Yes? A gin and tonic, an old fashioned. Would you like to smoke a cigarette? I have a few luckies.
He'll like shake his head and try to like look small.
What are you, a communist? Don't smoke cigarettes? Mm-mm. What about you other
He
boys?
opens
Will
his-
you take a drink?
I look around like, where the hell could he possibly be getting a drink from in in a cavern? Just in case. He's probably, we know he's batshit crazy, but
When you look over, he's sitting on like a decrepit chair. There's a rotted bar kind of in the back with a really fancy crystal full of brown liquor in it, and he's pouring 5 glasses, and he says, "Come on, take one, drink."
Well, you heard the man. Everybody grab a drink.
Suppose so.
And Nundus will go over and grab one and then lean up against the wall and pretend to sip it. Doing his best to make it look like he's drinking, although not actually doing so.
Ezra will go to the bar and kind of, like as he's grabbing this drink, Kind of like peer over the bar, see what there is to see over there.
I'm just gonna try to swap mine with something that looks similar, but it's not. Just so I'm not actually drinking it.
If you excuse me, I just need to take my medicine real quick. And you see the gentleman kind of go to the corner, and he turns his back to you guys and kind of moves his hands out of his pocket like he put something.
Hmm.
My cat's got pretty good eyes. Can I try to see what he's doing? Like,
Sure.
would it be with disadvantage or just perception?
You just do perception.
12.
So you see him using what looks like a syringe, similar to the ones you saw earlier from the mutated people, that corpses that you found.
I have a bad feeling about this.
They calm through this as best as I can.
Yeah, he's going to tap the half-orc in front of him and just sort of point at him and sort of mimic, like, injecting himself with something and then point at the guy.
The man kind of comes back and he looks really relaxed, like he just has a really euphoric expression on his face. And the wife goes, "Honey, did you just use Adam without me? You said you didn't have any earlier." He's like, "I don't. I was just taking a drink over there." "You're a fucking liar." And she, you see her just get on top of him and just shove his head into the puddle, and she's attempting to drown this man right now.
Jesus, what's happening here?
Man, I don't want to get involved in this marital struggle, but I can't watch her just kill somebody in front of me. I tried to kick her off of him, just no, we're having a good time. We're having a good time.
She looks at you and she goes, "Do you have any Adam, baby?" Do you...
No.
Then you're a fucking useless bitch, then. She spits at you.
Tap this lady.
Go ahead.
I want to use Sacred Flame on her, just for being rude to my friends. Okay.
You burn her mask off a little bit, and she kind of fucking screams a little bit.
Yeah, well, you deserve it, so.
The gentleman gets up and slaps his wife and says, "Fuck you, bitch!" Thank you, gentlemen, for helping me with that. Women, right?
Hey, no, buddy, no.
You're
no.
next.
I'm next for what? Another drink? Yes. Another lucky? Yes.
Okay, have your fun, but you saw what I did to her. Next time, it'll be worse with you.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have any Adams to share, don't you?
Possibly. I also kind of look over to you guys and I kind of whisper, yeah, I might try to see if I can get something that'll poison him. If we can get him to take it.
You want to poison them?
Do I have
You're not supposed to hear that. I'm whispering to the rest of the people.
Do I have any idea what Adam is?
Nope. You have an idea that maybe it has something to do with the syringes?
We didn't pick up any of those syringes from Yeah, their room.
Somebody? I
They were
thought
empty
somebody did.
syringes, though. They were empty
Oh.
syringes.
Well, they may have been empty, but we could have filled them with salt water or something.
True. Still do that.
And then once again you hear the girl cry back from where she originally was, and then you see the couple get up, and they both go, "Oh, yes, the little girl, the little sisters. Let's find her." And they just kind of rush over. One of them grabs like a kitchen knife.
That's not good. He's gonna
Jesus.
follow them.
Yeah, let's chase after.
Sure.
You see them stabbing at the hole, but like they don't fit in quite that well into the vent, so they're just kind of just screaming, saying, "Little sister, come out, come out."
Alright, well,
My
seeing that
character.
they're trying to attack this little girl, I'm gonna strike at them. What does the party think?
Well, my character doesn't really have, like any remorse for knife wielding junkies trying to stab a little girl. So I was gonna try to kick the back of the head of one of them into the grate. Well, I was gonna kick them in the back of the head. Well, punch them in the back of the head and knock their head into the grate.
Yeah, well, I was gonna go full on this.
Okay. I guess I should be ready for a fight.
Does anyone
Take
else
this
do
one.
anything?
I guess if stuff's going down, you'll just try to shoot one of them.
Yeah. That's. I'll just kind of like hold an action for now.
Yeah, I'm holding off on hitting an Eldritch Blast off again if they move hostily in return.
Actually, pistols are quite loud. I'll not use a pistol yet because I remember the big thumping sound earlier. That might be something scary, but he's not going to do it. He's going to wait to see how this plays out.
So you both execute these people. No problem, just right in the dome. They go down pretty easy.
Search them.
Yeah. Search the one that I killed.
Yeah, I'll step back and let people do the searching. I don't really want to search them.
You find a fancy wedding ring, a nice locket. Yeah, that's really it.
Okay, I dragged this one away and kind of look in the hole and see if the little girl's there again.
Nope, she's gone.
They had a really delayed reaction to hearing her.
Okay. I suppose just remind them to point up north and then mimic the sounds of like the big footsteps. Just
Yes, let's see what those footsteps are from. How deep is this water here?
Waist high. No, that's a puddle. I'm sorry. That's just a puddle. So yeah, you're fine.
Well, I have a swim speed anyway. But
oh, it looks like there's a difference in flooring. What's that about?
You notice that there used to be a door there, but it looks like there was some kind of breach or explosion from these compartments.
is this part of the city that I know from previous visits?
Yep. You would usually that you know for sure that like the live prisoners was brought into this room. You see prison cells in each corner. You also see the same kind of slugs inside of each of those bowls. Inside those.
Hmm. So the same slugs
Can
are
I?
in these bowls?
Yep. Yeah, you see. So you see. You have multiple slugs though, like this time.
Huh.
They
And
kind
I
of
have
glow.
no idea what these slugs are.
You're not really familiar with these species as much as you've been in the ocean.
Hmm.
But you notice all the prison cells doors are knocked down.
Outwards or inwards?
Outwards.
That's a little unsettling.
Possible slave revolt.
See? That would be the positive thing, unless it's like
Whoa.
paranormal. Oh,
Sorry.
Okay.
So you see the little girl. She comes out of the hole. She has like kind of green hair, yellow eyes, and she starts running to the north. Do you guys chase her or stop her, or just let her run?
I'll give chase.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was gonna go to the healer, but I think my character could move like 90 feet around. Like, could I
Oh,
beat
boy.
her? Like,
Okay,
Watch.
so
faster than that?
you see her jump on the shoulder of this giant-looking mechanical beast. It has a like giant hammer in one hand, and she just sits on its shoulder, and it kind of like pets her like she's like a cat or something as she sits on her, and they just kind of look at you. He kind of looks at you guys for a minute, and goes.
Can I wave at the little girl?
She shies away and kind of hides behind the head of the beast.
I'm gonna take a couple of steps back.
Yep, seeing that record scratch, you know what? No.
kind of concerned and also kind of terrified, just because little girl. I want to like help her, but like it's also kind of a weird situation.
You see someone run from the right, go, "Give me the fucking little girl!" And then as he runs, the thing just smashes him.
So this one's dead.
Yep, he just dies in like one hit. Like he gets crushed by the giant hammer.
Okay. Don't mess with the Iron Giant.
This time you saw what this guy was holding was a syringe that's really big. You know, basically the size of a sword.
That's a little excessive.
I guess the mechanical guy is like, watching us again.
He's still looking at you, but he kind of starts up with the girl. Oh, with the girl on her shoulder. On her shoulder.
Nundus is gonna hold his position for a while.
He'll like try to. I thought that was another enemy token moving in. It was just the half orc. He's like just trying to keep it in the torchlight, but you won't get any closer than that.
He just looks at you, but he doesn't chase you. He's more kind of just worried about. He's paying attention more to the little girl.
Yeah, like when he turns to face me, I'll like just wave at him again.
And you see on the sign to the north, you see transit to Rapture, the main city hub.
The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that
Okay.
I do hope
So I'm guessing, would we know who, like, what role, like, would I know who the healer is at this point?
Magenta, yeah. She would cure wounds you, so let's do that. Shazam.
Just have, like, the creature is injured, then point at himself.
Ladies, don't let a few wrinkles or crow's feet get between you and the man of your dreams.
So wait, the giant beast just healed him?
Dr. Steinman has a solution. Come see him
You see the girl
I
go
think-
up to you,
Steinman will make a new woman out of
and
you.
she
Guaranteed.
presses her hand on your wounds, and you just see like your skin just regenerate at a fast rate.
Well, he'll give a happy chirp. I guess give her a biscuit from his rations. He doesn't know if little girls like gold coins, but he
And she heals you even more for the biscuits.
so he'll try to get her to speak. It's like, what is your name?
She runs away. Back onto the beast.
Did the jester, did the beast say something earlier? I didn't know. 'Cause I didn't know if he cut out or
I
not.
don't think it spoke.
No, it just
Or did it just
grunted.
grunt?
It just kind of made, yeah, like it just makes loud kind of grunts. You're not sure if it can talk or not. You know it can understand because the girl, it seems to have a way of communication with the girl subconsciously.
I
Okay,
kind of.
These cells up this way, and these are more cells, correct?
Yep.
And they are also empty?
Nope. They're empty, but they look like they've been broken out. And you see slugs in them.
Mm.
I kind of point towards the beast and ask, "Do you speak?"
Get no response.
Kind of like look around, guess not.
You hear a kind of like kind of microphone screeching over an intercom system. And you hear let's see, I think Nundus, you would know this voice. This man is called Andrew Ryan. He is the founder of this hidden city. He says, "Hello! Welcome! We haven't had visitors in a long time."
Hmm. Do I recall him not being welcoming to visitors in the past?
You know that it was basically like North Korea. You couldn't escape. You couldn't have contraband from the outside world in. If you tried to escape, it would be death. They were also kidnapped just like the greatest scientists, artists, and minds just to integrate into their community that they're force building into like some kind of weird utopia.
Hmm. Well, sounds like he knows we're here. And that's not good.
The kind of suspect here is.
Should we press forwards into the city?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. This guy looks like he's a bit too strong for us.
And as you step into this room, you see the bodies of hundreds of people, like just on the ground. Just corpses that look like they've just been drained. And you notice that they have big holes in their back.
That's up here.
That's everywhere. Basically, the minute you stepped into this whole room, it's just full of corpses that look like they've been drained.
The
Dear
holes
God,
in the
what
back,
happened here?
does it look about the same size as that giant syringe we found it, what we saw earlier?
Yes.
What do you think did this?
My bet is on that giant syringe.
Yeah.
What's
He'll nod
this?
along.
I think I see something moving up over here.
In the darkness, well, with your devil's sight, you see something that looks like almost like a wolf or a dog, but it's made out of metal. It's weird.
This is
Okay, there's trouble up ahead. Every time I
Trouble.
look, it looks like some kind of mechanical dogs.
What?
And that's not a dog.
Okay. What should we do? What do you guys want to do?
I guess,
Dead
is there any
bodies.
elevation between these platforms?
Yeah, you've never seen, like, when you look at the structures and how they're made, you notice that it's really advanced architecture, and you've never seen anything like this on the surface world.
But I mean, what's the height difference between like, where we're standing and where like the Triton's standing?
Oh, that would be a 10-foot drop.
Sorry, I didn't hear the number. You cut out.
10-foot drop.
10-foot drop.
And how much higher is this compared
20
to
feet.
me?
You hear in the intercom say, "Before you join, what brings you to Rapture? Do you wish to become a citizen?"
Yeah, is this climbable to get up to here?
You see the dog walk up to you guys, the mechanical dog. Its back opens up and packs of cigarettes are inside of it, with lighters that all say Rapture. Please take a pack of Luckies and a lighter. Complimentary of Rapture.
Okay, I'll take a pack.
Yeah, I'll take. The last people got upset that I didn't take that. I'll take a pack. I'll put it in my pocket.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Okay, and the dog goes back into place, sitting position. So he says again on the intercom, "Ah, so how are you becoming citizens? What's your visit?"
Play along. You guys gonna do that?
Yeah.
I can't feel none. It's like, I don't- funny pitch. Like how would a Kenku smoke a cigarette? Like, wouldn't he just like smash, like crush it?
You could maybe use one of those like Quilla DeVille filters.
Another funny thing is like, just picture Kenku like drinking a potion, or just like a glass of water.
I just imagine a Kenku kind of turning it up like like a bird, drowning in the rain, just like turning it up and gargling.
It's like open up the beak and just yeet it in there.
Yeah.
Stick a cigarette through like your nose hole and just breathe it out that way.
I mean, if you stuck the cigarette all the way back to like where the jaw, the beak joint is, that could work.
Yes, that's very true.
So is this just water here? Or is it seawater?
It is a pool full of slugs.
Okay, I won't
More
touch
and
the
more
water.
slugs. Yeah.
So do you guys want to become a citizen, or are we going to pretend to be so we can move further?
I'm not even sure what
Would,
being a citizen means. Because
whisper to everyone that citizens never leave Rapture.
Yeah,
Rapture.
that's true. Mhm.
Ah, Nundus! So you finally decided to join us, didn't you?
I am merely a guide, as before.
Ah, so you brought these outsiders to here.
Yes. Yes. I'm sure that you would love to meet them. If you could come out and greet us.
Roll initiative.
Initiative?
Yeah. Is that everybody?
Oh, because my character sheet's acting up. Hold on.
A man's home is his castle and should be defended as such. You should never back down to an intruder in the night, and with Ryan Industries home defense products, you won't have to. Stand your ground. It's every man's right.
Ryan Industries home defense products. That does not sound ominous at all.
Okay, Flightless, it is your turn.
So have the dogs like rushed us? Like what's happening?
You see the dog's eyes just turn red. They all kind of stand up in like a aggressive position. And the door behind them that was leading up shuts.
So seeing as I think we're about to be attacked, I'll use my. Just gonna check the.
When you're close to me, I'm not responsible, darling. Your lips willing are so thrilling.
Yeah, so I will use insightful fighting against like the closest one. This one.
Okay, he rolled an 8.
We're mad and I'm glad it's grand.
Beat him, and then I'll hold my action. And if he charges us, I'll shoot him with my pistol.
Which one do you do that to?
This one here.
Okay, I'm gonna mark. I think
I will like sort of take cover behind the slug like den.
You know there's one right here too, right?
No, I don't. I won't move there. I'll move here instead.
Oh, I didn't even notice that one myself. Shit. Alright.
Yeah, for a character with like 16 passive perception, I sure don't notice it.
Trask.
Okay. Move up. What does that do? Hit, miss.
That is a miss.
You know, why not? Here, action surge. Do that again.
That is
Same
nice.
exact roll. Alright, well, that's my turn.
So when the one near Drast attacks, you're gonna shoot it, right?
That's the idea.
Okay. So he's about to attack.
I will ping off his armor again.
Yep. So he jumps off. He jumps to attack Drast. Does a 17 hit?
It does not.
I'm assuming a 7 misses you, Drast. And does a 16 hit you as well?
Yes.
You said yes?
Yes.
Shazam. Make a strength saving throw, sir.
Oh man.
Good.
You are good. You notice that its bite though feels like a bear trap, and it just chomps and managed to just break hold of its hold. Nundus.
Okay, I will turn towards the one that's behind us and Eldritch Blast it.
That is a miss, sir.
Oh, bugger.
Bugger.
I forgot to move him too.
I was gonna say, what happened to the bottom one?
He's having a bad day. He's not feeling up to it.
He tripped.
Alright,
He had a malfunction, so his orders didn't really relay correctly at first.
I'll, drop my tentacle up here with, Grasp of the Deep and have it smack this one.
That's a hit.
Okay, and it will deal lightning damage. 8 of it.
You see sparks and bolts just come out of eyes. You smack the dog with the lightning tentacle.
And that'll be my turn.
Ezra.
Well, definitely afraid of this dog. I will drop an elbow on this dog.
That's gonna be a miss.
Okay. Then I will.
Origins of the most important discovery in
I will use my cane and try to swing at it.
That led to the creation of Adam. On display.
That's gonna be a
Nope.
miss.
Landing aquarium.
Wow. I'll spend. I'll kind of like just kind of breathe and try to spend a key point. Actually, I can't do that. So yeah, I guess I'm going to just like whelp. Haha.
Magenta.
I'm just gonna try to attack the one that's like closest to me. Is he still alive, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't killed any of them yet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do Sacred Flames. That's where I'm at.
Your flame doesn't do shit.
Oh my god. Okay.
Flameless.
Well, that was a hot miss.
Right?
He will. If I move here, that make it hard for the dog to the south to attack me.
Yeah, it would be difficult
He
to
won't
range.
be able to jump it.
Yeah, he won't be able to jump that.
Okay, I'll move here, and then I'll shoot at the one that I've got incited.
Listen.
The one with the ghost.
Okay.
Actually, it doesn't really matter which one, because I forgot there are other ways to get your sneak attack damage, aren't there?
Yep.
Yeah, he's outnumbered, so I'm going to shoot at the injured one. This one here.
Okay.
18.
Yep, that's a hit.
I also have a really high armor class. Because he tried to attack
11.
twice, both of missed.
11 points of damage to this one here.
It is on 2 limbs. It's dragging itself. Anything else, Mr. Kenku?
That would be it. If I made robot attack dogs, I would make them like howl out in pain like real dogs to make people feel bad for attacking them.
Oh man!
Everyone in a 30 feet radius feels guilty.
minus two to attack rolls.
Make a wisdom saving throw. Have disadvantage on your next attack.
Alright. I'm gonna do that again. Mother. That's a miss.
You got the shit rolls today.
Yeah.
You almost
Way
had
worse than my
3 8s there.
normal. Huh?
Saying you
What
almost
was
had 3 8s.
Pretty much. See, the last rolls I did were both 11s. These are 8s.
Okay, the top 2 are to
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Drask. Does a 21 hit.
The 21 does, the 7 does not, obviously.
Okay. Need a strength saving throw.
Strength. Easy.
Oh man, you barely make it.
I know, but still, I'm glad I got a 6 bonus in strength.
And Ezra, does a 14 hit you? Oh no, what the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, Ezra does a 14 hit.
No.
Okay, that is gonna be a miss from the doggy, and then it's wait, hold on, there is bottom dog. And he will go to not this.
Dang it, you almost forgot bottom dog again.
Oh, it's the underdog.
Haha.
See, he can't even. Wait, that might hit.
That does not hit me.
Yes, he can't do anything under this.
He finally remembers his command. The Windows update just uploaded into his brain, and he jumps at you and
He
misses.
finally got logged into Windows.
It is
No,
your
he had
turn.
like an update and had to and like force restarted before the fight started.
Oh my god.
He had some code going across
Okay.
his eyes while he was sitting there.
Well, now that it's in melee, I can't Eldritch Blast it, so I will have to improvise.
You can if you want. I don't. I think that's a stupid rule. With the whole you can't disadvantage with close range shit makes no sense to me.
Oh, I had something else in mind anyway.
Oh yeah, either or. But if you had like a ranged weapon or a ranged spell, like you could shoot it. That's a house rule with me. Like I don't like that rule with the disadvantage of close weapons.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my Dark Maw cantrip. Or not.
You swipe your hand by him.
Don't
even
forget
touch
you
him.
have inspiration that you can use anytime.
True,
Yeah, I'm gonna roll that again.
Okay,
There you go.
That's better.
So does that spell heal you?
It gives 1d4 temporary hit points. That's reversed. Or, no? I think the spell's effect in the compendium is actually messed up. It's supposed to do 1d4 temporary hit points if I damage a humanoid target. So the healing can be ignored, and it just does 4 necrotic.
Okay. Do you do anything else?
Yeah, my bonus action lets the tentacle from grasp try to hit that one again. I don't think a 12 hits, though.
That is a miss. Ezra.
Okay, let's try this again. Going to give a low kick to this dog.
That is a hit.
Cool.
That's a beautiful tentacle.
Dude, I went to art college, okay?
Do not offend.
And then I will spend 1 key point for flurry of blows, so I can take 2 strikes as a bonus action.
If you use all your key, how are we going to open the door?
I haven't used any key. I've used 1 key at this point.
It's we need one to open the door.
Yeah.
Well, I have Gust of Wind.
So that's why it ain't no secret.
So you're doing 2 more strikes, right?
Yeah. Looks like a miss. And looks like a miss.
Yep. You punch it really hard with the first strike, but then it learns your moves and the aimbot AI dodges.
I will use my inspiration on that last strike.
And you strike it. You smash its face in.
Say, Betty, seems like you're carrying a little of that baby weight.
I know.
Wow.
Terrified of needles. Haven't you heard? Plasmids are now available
I'm fed up at this point. I'm just trying to get rid of the guy in front of me with Warhammer.
You miss.
New Ryan Industries.
Good, good.
All the pleasure. None
Good,
What
good.
is their AC? Like, dang.
It is time to shoot the pistol.
Yeah.
That one again.
You hit it. It explodes.
Exploding dogs is good.
I am happy now.
Animal abuser.
Do you do anything else?
I should call the ASPCA on you.
Okay, it's trying to munch me. It deserved it.
Alright. This one's the one that's dead now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know why
So,
the things.
there we go.
Yeah, they usually put snacks when they die.
Hold on, I know I'm not a DM, but I'm watching your stream now. Click on it for me.
Oh, you're cheating. You can't see that.
I'm not actually looking at that. Like, I'm just looking specifically at that.
You're a cheater. You're banned for hacking.
I'm not a cheater, I promise.
Chicken eater.
I'm just curious, like, why is it? Just figured I have it X'd out now. I'm not actually gonna watch it. I'm just curious.
Cheater.
You're streaming this?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah!
It's not cheating if I'm literally just trying to help. I didn't look at any of the stats.
It's alright.
Okay, are you gonna attack the top one?
Oh yeah, it's still my turn. Yeah. I'll just go ahead and type the top one.
That is a hit.
There we go.
This one is going to be to Ezra. It's a 19 hit.
Yes, it does.
That 13 is going to be to Drask. And the 15 will be to Mr. Nundus.
I don't know if you can see the.
15 hits me.
Okay.
Yeah, the 13 misses me. I don't know if you see the blue bar under my name, but that's my armor class.
So if you got hit, just make a strength saving throw.
Well, that's an example of a few bad eggs ruining it for the rest of us. Rapture was being undermined by a growing number of undesirable
Oh.
Ouch.
Ryan just hates competition.
Okay.
And I assume I took 4 damage from its attack.
You originally did take 4 damage, yeah, and then you
And then
just
an
took
extra,
an
3 for failing the save. Extra 5?
Extra 5, yes.
Yeah.
So that was for all of us. 4 and then 5.
So the first bite.
You
6
take an
and,
extra-
The second bite's 4 to 6.
You take an extra 6, Mr. Hollow.
Okay.
And you are grappled. Okay. It is your turn, Nundus. You have a metal dog chomping on your foot like a bear trap. Hurts immensely.
Yeah, I'm, I'm gonna bite it back. Seems a reasonable response. Oh, I'm sure that hits. And my tentacle is gonna move down to over here and hit the one that's biting me.
That's a hit.
And that'll be 4 more lightning damage. So that was 3 necrotic and 4 lightning. Sadly, it's not humanoid, so I did not get the temporary HP.
The
it's
lightning
dead.
crackles. But it's still alive.
I heard you do the explosion. I thought you killed it.
That's just me doing sound effects with my mouth, man.
He wants to seem edgy, you know.
Ezra.
Some tears gotta fall. And I know that someday that sun is bound to shine.
Ezra.
I was muted. Yeah, I'm going to try to smash face this dog that has me in its grasp.
Do it.
Yeah, well, the sound effects ain't no Michael Winslow, but they'll do.
I'll take a bonus action, try to smash it again. Maybe I'll succeed this time. That'd be cool. Nope. That was an extra roll. Don't ignore that one. I missed twice. Okay.
No, take the crit. The first one didn't know. What are you talking about?
No, I only hit twice, so that was like
Yeah.
1, 2, yeah. So yeah, I meant that was around that last one. Unfortunately,
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay,
It would have been nice to have that crit though.
yeah, it'd be nice. Oh well.
Magenta. It is your turn, Magenta.
So I guess I'm just staying in this spot. Is that guy in front of me still alive?
Yep.
Not a lot I can do. I can try
Smash.
What about guiding bolt?
Sure.
Try something.
Go ahead.
Wait.
That is a miss.
Fuck. Okay, well, I should just give up, guys. I'm not helpful.
Fight this.
I think I'm going to shoot at the one that was the underdog.
That's,
16.
that's gonna be a miss.
Okay, that's me.
I want to see the rolls real quick. So 16 constantly misses. Hey.
That is a hit.
Okay, so it's either 17 or 18, y'all.
You smash it in the face.
Kill it yet?
Nope. It's barely hanging on. It's still clamped onto you. Like its body is all disintegrated from your powerful swing, but the head is still on you like a bear trap. And
I saved that. He didn't clamp onto me. He bit me and hurt me, but he didn't clamp on.
oh yeah, never mind. It was the other way. This is going to be to you, Mr. Dan. Is that 17 hit you?
No, sir.
Okay, Nundus, does a 20 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Uh,
20, does that hit you, Ezra?
The water surrounding Fontaine's
Oh,
department
yes,
store
it does.
is seeded with an extensive number of magnetic mines. They are very sensitive. Do yourself a favor. Leave any thoughts of escape to the rubes. Life down Fontaine's is going to be what you make of it. So make it great.
Oh, you both took
Strength
9.
saves. Here we go.
Two fucking opposites.
The duality of dog.
Nundus and Ezra make a strength saving throw.
that 6 is the damage I take, isn't it?
Yes.
The additional damage. Let's fix that there.
That puts me at 0.
Hollow, you take 1 damage extra, and you are clamped on. You see
Okay.
Nundus drop. Make a death saving throw.
I actually dropped on that 9 damage it dealt, so I will have 1 death saving throw already. Well, I'll have 1 failure already, so.
Oh, you have a failure? Oh.
Well, I mean, if you take damage after dropping, because I took the 9, but then I dropped at 9 when I took the 9, but then the 1
Oh, yeah.
dealt me 1. Yeah.
Okay. Roll a death
A
saving.
10 succeeds the death save, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, someone rolling death saves.
Yeah, me.
Nundus is-
Nundus.
The guy, not the guy by the underdog.
Oh no, the underdog. He's the hero in his story. He's gonna
Ezra,
wipe
did
us.
you need to roll it now, too?
Yes, I do need to make a roll now, so let's see how that goes. Okay,
Oh, both of y'all went down?
So yeah, use my spare the dying. On who has like? Are you both
They're
like
both
dead?
down.
Uh, okay, I'm gonna do. Let's see, spare the dead on Ezra. Trying to find my.
It's gonna be a new spell.
This character sheet's like, I don't know. It's all over the place. Hold on. There we go.
But just hit the one. Okay, so yeah, you're a grave cleric, so you can use spare the die. Scare the shit out of me.
But
But yeah, so you spare the dying on Ezra, right? And then and healing word on none.
So I heal 7.
Yes, and spare the dying. That makes you stabilized, right? Yeah. So you don't need to roll any more death
Yeah.
saves. Yeah, so you're good.
Yeah, so both of y'all don't need to roll no more.
you guys feel better.
Flight.
Okay. I will shoot the underdog again. We have to end his story like
I
soon.
feel like
otherwise-
he's about to die.
Oh, like not me. Nope. I miss.
They miss.
Do you have inspiration left?
No, I used it earlier.
Trask.
Alrighty, here we go. 17 maybe? Nope, that's a miss.
That's a hit. So
No, it's a miss.
It's 11.
It's an 11, yeah.
oh, okay. I can't see the screen right now.
16 ain't hidden, so I doubt 11 is.
And this will be to Miss Magenta.
I could've used my inspiration. Shoot.
The 20 is to Trask. Does a 12 hit you, Magenta?
Leave.
Did you just crit the guy who just got up?
No.
Okay. What's the crit for then? Who's that to?
Oh, that's to nobody. I didn't mean to roll
Okay.
that. So you said a 20 hits you?
Yeah, 20 does.
Okay. Make a strength save throw.
So 5 so far. Strength. Come on, baby. Alright, so just 5 damage.
Nundus, you have come back.
Well, I am going to blast the one that knocked me out, or not. And the tentacle will chase after this guy. Move to here and hit. Ooh.
I believe that is a hit.
It's more lightning damage.
I'm just imagining a tentacle like doing like the worm scoot across the ground, getting to another place.
Which one you hit with the tentacle? Sorry. The one that hit you?
This one.
Okay. With lightning damage, it fucking dead. It explodes.
This is sounding like lightning is the weakness to these guys.
Or maybe you can just hit.
Ezra, you.
Dang, was that a burn against me missing?
You're just unconscious right now.
I mean, I'm missing too.
I was gonna say, at least I got a hit.
Okay, I guess we're still gonna continue to try to go after that one guy that's next to me. Yeah, Warhammer again.
Miss.
Okay, I need to move away from this guy.
Pointless. Show us true flame.
It's time to shoot pistol again. I will shoot it at this one. I'm putting dots down. Oh,
Which one? Top?
this one here.
Oh, the left one? Okay. You
8.
miss. Thanks for asking.
What happens when I run out of ammo?
You just gotta scavenge for more.
Gotta find some more. See, this one short bow is better.
Man, okay, I'm using
Yeah,
inspiration on that one. There we go.
It is fucking dead. You split it in half with your heavy axe.
Hey.
Does a 23 hit you? Yes, it does. That is 9 damage to you, Miss Jessica, and you must do a strength saving throw. It's gonna be. Yeah, sure.
Oh, I did the wrong
That's
one.
stealth.
That's stealth.
Sorry, I did the wrong one. Didn't mean that. Disregard.
Succeeds the stealth roll. He went in stealth and, and he missed you.
You take an additional 2, and you have a metal creature napping down on you.
How much damage?
11.
Okay, minus 2. Right? There you go.
Nundus. I think you're muted, Nundus. But I know what you're doing, and you miss.
Oh, yay. I missed. I was muted too. Oh, I missed twice. The tentacle is here now. I don't know who drew the tentacle, but...
The DM did.
It appeared.
Did you actually combine it into one entity now? Last time you moved it, you had to move both the
I
lines
went to art
separately.
school. Ezra, what happens to people that are unconscious? I forget. They're stabilized, right? He just sits there
I
until
think
it's healed?
Ezra is stabilized. I think.
Yeah,
And the
I'm
other.
I am stable, so I just I will lay here until maybe a dog bites me or something, and then I go, oh no, in my sleep.
Magenta, it is up to you. You could do the final blow into this creature. If you could roll.
Well, I guess we'll see. Warhammer.
You fucking miss.
Is it my turn to miss?
Yes.
We're all getting
Somebody
crappy
else.
rolls today.
Right. The fuck?
Brass, it is your turn to miss. There's
Oh,
one
this is
more.
crazy.
Can you kill him?
We shall see.
You have
Drum roll,
advantage.
please. I have advantage now. Okay, I got advantage, right?
He is dead. And with that,
Yeah.
we will take a short 15-minute break. Yeah.
15 minutes. Alright.
But I hope you guys are having fun so far.
Yeah.
Right.
I honestly didn't think I'd like this setting, but it's not too bad.
But I can't pick my arrows back up because they're bullets now.
So about 10 o'clock we'll be back.
Yeah, about 10.
Anywhere between 9:55 and 10.
Yeah,
Alright.
if there's something
I'll
that
be
you
back.
guys don't like about your character, do like you go ahead and make a change or whatever at this point.
I mean, it's early enough in the game, sure.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be back, y'all.
No, 'cause last time I played this guy, like, he gets good about level 4, then he starts doing like pretty good. could be right back as well.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, I have returned.
Did things start happening while we were on our break?
I don't think so.
I got my headset on and just started hearing chat bubbles.
Hello.
Hello.
Back.
Someone left.
Yeah, he had an emergency.
Are we losing people?
He had an emergency with his cat.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, he's running to the vet. But if everyone is here, I guess we can.
Okay, who did we lose?
The monk.
Okay. That was this one?
Yep.
Okay. Do we want to continue without him or call it a night?
It's up to you guys. I can still continue if you want. Wait till he comes back. It's up to you.
I definitely don't want to wait till he comes back.
Like we might continue then.
I mean, I'm down for continuing. I also don't mind if we have to delay it.
That's true.
So after the defeat of the mechanical dogs, you hear the intercom. He says, I'm just not gonna let you in with, especially with that contraband from the upper world.
Was the contraband detected?
I don't have any contraband. You're very familiar with my trips here. I've only ever brought what you have asked me to bring. New citizens, and never any contraband.
You hear a burst to the west.
A burst?
A wall collapses inward and water starts rushing into the cavern. Yep.
Can I examine the door?
Yep, go ahead.
Is there like any like scanners or anything on the side of the door then?
There is a lock pad. Like a mechanical lock pad.
I mean for like a key.
Like a digital, like a numerals, like you enter a certain amount of.
Alright, can I search these dogs to see what they had? Everything that
You
might help.
find many packs of lucky cigarettes and some lighters.
Hooray.
I'm
You know
gonna.
how some keypads have like those like fob things where you can like swipe over it and putting a code in? Is that one of these?
No, it's more like you enter like a passcode, like it's like 1 to 9 or 1 to 0 rather.
Yeah, because I've just seen somewhere like you can do either or.
How fast is the water moving?
Right now,
I went down to look
it is to your ankles.
Oh, it's coming in quickly.
It's coming in pretty quickly from the breach from the west. It was a rather large hole. Like, it sounded like a planted explosive to the west. I should have been more clear about that. I'm sorry. So the
If I
room is
examine the
filling with water.
keypad, are there any buttons? Do any of the buttons look more used than the others? Could I try to guess the password based on like how much the buttons have been used?
Go ahead. Roll an investigation.
Oh,
Delay that straight save, by the way. I was doing something.
What do you say?
The roll that I did, don't ignore it.
Okay.
19.
You're able to discern with your Rain Man brain that which one has been used by the look of the keys, which one is less used, and you are able to guess the combination.
I guess from the looks of everyone else looking, he just sort of walks up to it and stares at it for a few seconds, and then just pushes them in an order, then again, and then the third time the door opens.
It slides to the right and opens. And you hear some fancy music playing as you step in.
I'll try to gesture for everyone to get it before the cavern floods.
Yeah. Probably drag the monk along with us. Oh, I'm under the... Again.
I got strength. I can drag him.
I guess when everyone's in, I'll put the code in again to see that closes the door.
You drag him like right here.
Then I'll input the code again to close the door so this section doesn't get flooded too.
Could you drag Monkman into here?
Yeah. So you guys come in and close the door?
Yes, that we do. If this area doesn't, we don't want this area to flood. Like,
It slides closed.
I gesture that I'm going to search over to the left over here.
I'm staying somewhat central.
I guess I'll check
Oh.
the desk.
I think I see someone over here.
Excuse me, can you keep your hands off my papers?
You just sort of nod and try to back off.
You see a very pale man. He looks human, but he's just ghostly white. He's wearing a lab coat. Yep. Kind of goes back to his desk and moves everything where it was.
Can I help you, people?
Yes, we're here to see Ryan. I believe we are expected.
Oh, you're ready.
That
You're gonna wait for the transit then. Just have a seat over here.
Is this like a library? Like what's in the area?
Yes. Please read our history of our great city.
That perception check is for the room that I'm in, lower left. See if I see anything of use.
You see empty dining tables and a pool full of slugs.
Pool full of slugs everywhere.
Ask, what do you use? What do you have any use for these slugs?
Apparently you're foreigners, yes. Well, these slugs produce Adam.
I see. Makes sense now.
I knew that due to the Bioshock lore.
Can you identify the suspect? And then I'll play the sound of like the big monster, like the big robot thing from earlier.
That sounds like a Big Daddy. Those are the protectors of the little sisters.
The little sisters.
I suppose he'll be the person who gave them the job. Like, oh, yeah, girls have been going missing all over Waterdeep. Like, I mean, do you know where they've gone?
Yes. We've taken mostly girls. It only really works on the women well, but we harvest them and then we change the genetic material to be able to produce atoms like the slugs. The slugs are a dying breed, but with the girls, they can produce lots of atoms. The big daddies are are programmed to be attracted to the pheromones of a slug, so they are protective and bonded with each different girl.
In his voice, he'll be like, Adam, and it's like, what does it do? In a more aggressive drow voice.
What does it do? Follow me then, yes!
And I've got eye for detail, so I guess I can be keeping an eye out as we're moving through these rooms, making sure that no one's like sneaking around. Make sure this guy like is on his own.
No, he seems to be on his own, and it seems to be well kept from the other room. Better than the other room. He says, he looks at you and says, I can tell you're hurt! Please, step into the pool of slugs.
He saw what the Adam did to the other people, so he's just going to shake his head, like politely.
I promise you. Nindis.
Nundus is going for a swim.
Okay, so all the slugs kind of crawl on your body, and he says, lean back! Do you lay in the water?
He'll kneel down into the water. Let it come up to his chest.
And as the slugs crawl over you, all your wounds are healed and you're back to full health. Your skin regenerates. In fact, it looks better than it used to.
Oh, that's...
Do I notice anything different about him?
You see that he
Other than him
is
being
fully healed. Yeah, you see that all his cuts and wounds are fully gone. See the power of Adam! He has been blessed by true power.
Can this mimic all the sounds of like the people desperately like wanting it from earlier?
They get addicted to that. So. They get addicted.
Oh, so that was their bloodstains earlier. They just healed themselves.
They're weak-willed people.
Hmm.
I step up and do the same thing.
The same effect. You are back to who? Yeah, full health.
Sweet.
He's not called to do drugs. Like this will not step into the.
Yeah. On
Did
our way
Ryan
in, we
hire you
encountered.
for the Civil War? Are you here to fight the rebels?
He did not specify what he hired us for, just that he wished to see us.
Ah, very well then. The train transits is going to be here any second. Feel free to take anything you please.
Is there anything to take?
There's a bunch of pamphlets and books about Rapture and the history of Rapture. But as you look at the books and open them, you notice that all the pages are blank.
That's not very useful.
Yeah, can I just, I guess, along this line, just open up the book and just like show it to him that it's empty? Just sort of look at him like quizzically.
He says, "Oh, you can't read, Birdman? Do you need me to read for you?"
You know, he's going to nod and hand him the book.
He says,
But
"Okay."
the empty book, is it?
He starts going off, goes on a rant about talking about how liberals ruin the world up on the surface, and they want the government to take care of them. And he just keeps going on and on and on and on and on.
Sort of like nodding along, just. I guess. Do I get a feeling that this is just what this guy is thinking? He's just sort of projecting what he wants the book to say onto the book?
You feel like he really thinks there's something there. You feel like he
Okay,
really
so
thinks he's reading.
His eyes are like doing that thing where he like skims along, like as if he's reading.
Mm-hmm. You hear a rumbling to the north. Shh. Oh, the transit is here.
Ah, the transit is here.
Do you all step onto the thing?
So you guys go.
Did someone disappear?
I don't think so.
Okay, just give me one.
Just realized my mic was muted. Again.
Oh, I got moved. I'm going to refresh my page because the fog of war is gone now.
Oh man.
The hell? What the hell?
Do I see your character?
I had to
No,
refresh my
I
page
do
because the
not.
fog of war bugged out and I could see the entire map.
I just see a big black bar.
Yeah, I see a big black bar and a white back screen.
It's a big map. I can't see anything.
There we go.
Do you see your characters now?
Yeah, I
Yep.
can see now.
I do not.
Oh, is it a train?
Oh, there we go. I was scrolled too far down, apparently.
Okay. You are picked up in a luxury. It's almost like a subway train, but it is in the water. As you step on, you hear ding ding. Welcome to Rapture. It seems empty though. It seems like you're the only ones on.
Is this like a single car train or is it multi-car?
It seemed multi-car.
A train through the water.
And I guess me and the half-orc can go and check the other, like, make sure the train's empty.
When you look out the windows, you see many different creatures. You see giant squid. You see unexplainable other fish that you've never seen before. You're not sure how deep in the ocean you are, but you notice that you're going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the ocean.
Heavy
Do
in
our
here.
ears pop?
Are any of the underwater or aquatic beasts traveling alongside the train, or are they just going past?
Most of them are going past. None seem to pay attention.
Considering talking to them, but if they're not paying attention to us, then it's not worth it, I don't think.
When you go into this cart over here, you notice that it is a family that has been butchered, and it is full of blood, and they're all dead.
My God.
Can I again try to figure out how long ago this happened?
Yeah, go ahead, roll a medicine or investigation.
Well, Drast just kind of enters a mini trance as if he remembers some of the scenes he's seen in the war on the near Waterdeep.
This is a day fresh.
The creature reckons this happened today.
Am I able to open this cart door here?
You're able to peek through the window, and you see a empty hallway. But yeah, do you attempt to open the door?
Yeah. Well, wait, hold on. Is it like, is the tube or whatever we're traveling on sealed between the waterways? Like,
Yeah.
if I open it, it won't flood? Okay.
Yeah.
So then, yeah.
So what are these? Are these just like seats?
They're fancy.
they're just
they're
seats.
like fancy smoking seats, yeah, with made out of like nice mahogany wood, leather. They got ashtrays on them, and there's more packs of Lucky cigarettes with matching Rapture lighters.
Same thing with this train door here.
You tried to move it, but it's budged, and then when you try to see through the window, you notice that it's covered with newspaper.
On the outside or inside of it?
Outside of you, so inside.
So is it wet? Is it like wet, the newspaper?
It looks like it's like it's like taped there somehow.
But does it look like the paper's dry or wet? Dry? Okay. Is there like a strength check I can do to open it?
You can attempt to. Go ahead.
I think it'd be a strength check, not a strength save.
Oh, so I'm trying to do athletics check then.
Yeah.
But same thing, anyways.
Okay, just give me 1 second, because my mouse is being fucking... And you open the door, and a gust of poisonous gas comes in it.
Great.
That?
I think that's for me to deal with.
Okay.
So kind of move over to get out of the way of that gust.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I think
what do you do with the gust of wind?
I push it again to push the gas away.
All right, you are able to disperse the gas with quick thinking. It smells like rotted corpse. When you walk in, you see in the booths, these booths have skeletons and just maggots and just nasty corpses dying.
So it was the
rotting.
poisonous ammonia that just completely almost poisoned us there.
So these, so that they were eaten. Like these weren't like rotting for a long time.
Yeah, they've been rotten for a long time. You would say, like they've been.
Okay. The newspapers, do they look recent or are they just as old?
They're just as old.
How about this one? This store?
It doesn't budge.
The window?
When you look through the window, the light's out on this part of the train, so you can't really see anything.
Dark vision?
Nope, nothing. Just looks like an empty hallway.
Oh, we can see the hallway. It's not like darkness.
Yeah, it's just empty.
Yeah, the dark vision sees the hallway, it's just there's nothing there. Do we want to continue on through this and let me get another athletics check in? Asking party? I feel like I am the strongest of all four of us here.
Yeah, Nundus is not strong.
Ha! That one didn't work. I don't think. Does it still not budge?
Hold on 1 second. Roll a 1d6. Also,
Huh? You asking me to roll a 1d6?
yeah.
Alright. Oh. Alright, so what outcome do I get out of that one?
What did you roll?
A 3.
It's not letting me load up any of my fun stuff.
Mm.
I guess I'm gonna have to use something different. All right.
Did we get the door open?
Yep, you got the door open.
Oh boy.
Roll initiative.
Son of a.
Can't even see anything, so.
Don't forget you can change that number to a 15 because you didn't have your token selected. That's up to DM. I don't know if that's the case. Fucking rolls a 23. Alright, fine. First one does, second one doesn't.
Okay, you take 7 and do yeah, and now you are grappled by one. Third one comes around the corner and goes.
Okay, so I'm grappled by one of them. Then I can't do a save?
You can't do a save till it's on your turn.
I thought I was able to do a save at one. Oh, because they hit me, they just simply grab. Okay, gotcha. And that's the new one that came in?
Yep.
So 14 total, okay. Second. Fix that HP up right quick. Okay. Alright, so the save will count as an action, right?
To
Or no?
escape? Yeah.
And if I do one save, will it count for both of those who have grappled me? Or just the one?
Just
one of them. Really. Okay. Yeah. Got rid of one of them.
Okay. Magenta.
Am I able to do anything without hurting anybody, since I'm like behind a couple people?
You should take a chance and find out.
Okay. Sacred flame on that guy. We know which one.
Probably the one right in front of me because,
That's the one I'm talking about.
yeah.
Oh, is it Dex save, right?
Yeah, Dex.
Oof.
Takes 2 radiant.
Well,
Nundus. You see the man getting attacked by hentai monsters.
3 of them.
Okay. Well, we saw the hentai monsters before. Dealt with them appropriately last time. Does 19 hit?
Yes.
13 force damage to the face. Or what was once a face.
To the monstrosity of a face that it has now.
Flightless.
Would I have a good shot from here?
Yeah, you could shoot from there.
Okay, I will attempt to perform a shot. $14.
That is going to be a miss.
So are these guys like fast, or are they like unnaturally tough?
Both.
Okay.
They kind of like are able to regenerate. If you learn that if they attach to you, they can suck your life away and like regenerate their health.
Which is why I decided to do Strength Slave first, so you guys can... Because my Strength Slave did the one in front of me. So the one on the right of me is the one still attached to me. DC 11 Constitution. I'm good. Fail save target. $24 hits. So fucking fuck.
Trask.
Shit, that took a lot of... If I do second wind, will it technically de-grapple both of them?
Second wind.
I don't know.
Second wind's
Yeah.
healing, right?
I think so. I don't know the entire... I'm pretty sure... I know that it is healing, but I'm trying to see what else it might be.
It won't. It'll just heal you, but it won't like de-grapple anything.
Okay. I might need to do that though anyways at some point. Cause I know that's a bonus action. Alright, shit. Is that guy in front of me hurt?
Yeah, he got blasted from an
14.
Eldritch Blast.
So he's pretty hurt.
Yep.
What? Oh, there we go. So 6 foot, 6 thunder, DC 11's con save, pushing at that guy.
That was right in front of me, right?
No,
Centered on you?
it's going this way.
Oh,
Thunder wave's a directional thing.
sorry. I thought I said saw thunderclap.
No, it was thunderclap. No, yeah, no, it's not that. Okay, so 6 thunder, I push him back to here, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, pushes him 10 feet away.
I'm just gonna do what I did before because that's really exciting, but that's like really only thing I can do. So, Sacred Flames.
He's burning.
Cool.
On this.
And I can also only do one thing. Eldritch Blast.
He's dead. How do you kill him?
Sweet.
We've killed one.
How do you kill him? That's what he asked.
Oh, probably just vaporize his head. It is an Eldritch Blast after all.
It's pretty much a laser you're shooting out of your freaking fingers.
As you're fighting too, you notice a giant behemoth-looking shark, megalodon size maybe, kinda smashes against the tunnel, which is like a see-through kind of glass-looking material.
Oh boy.
He seems to be paying
Did he
attention
crack
to
the
your-
glass?
He cracked a little bit of it, and he seems to be following your particular card.
Could I use Scion of the Deep to ask him what he wants?
Go ahead.
I think he wants you, like, for food.
Okay, Aquaman powers activate. I telepathically ask the Megalodon why he is attacking the glass.
Adam. I want Adam.
How can I help?
Let me eat you.
Oh fuck!
I
I'm
don't
sorry,
like
we have
that
Adam
option.
Oh, none up there, guys.
Yeah, and I think that's about all the communication I can get within my turn.
Silas.
Shoot you the gun. Miss.
Nope. The one over here is dead, anyways. And you have no line of
Oh,
sight
I
on these
can't
guys.
see any of the other ones.
Yeah, they're over on either side of me over here.
Yeah, I can't see at all. I'll hold my action and shoot one of them if they come into view.
Alright, let's see what happens here. I'm good. And I'm good.
Are you good?
Mother son of a bitch! Another one! Nope, I'm good.
Oh, yeah. I guess I shoot the one that comes into view.
Okay, go ahead.
Or should I just take the number from before?
Was it 10? Go ahead and reroll. That's
Hey.
a hit.
10 points of damage.
You blow
Do you
half of his
constantly
face
have
off.
sneak?
Excuse me?
You blow half his face off. But do you constantly have sneak damage as a rogue?
Yeah, because if there's an enemy within 5 feet of the person I'm shooting, if there's an enemy of the person I'm shooting within 5 feet of it, and that is not incapacitated, I can get my sneak attack.
Alright. That's really cool. I need to play as a freaking rogue.
But you only get one attack, like, always.
Trask.
Alright. The second wind is a bonus action, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I need to see how many D whatever it is to heal.
Notice when you look at the shark closer too, you also notice that it has some of the same mutations of those creatures you're fighting right now. There's some tentacles growing out of the shark.
Is there a way out of the train?
Did I do that
Like-
right? What?
Can we kick anything off the train so that the shark would be distracted by that?
It's kind of
Remember, if
hard
you can kick
because
something out, that means the water can get in.
yeah, it's kind of hard because it's you're inside a tunnel, so it's kind of you'd be kicking something out into the tunnel, and then you would have to the shark. It would only really matter if the shark was inside.
Okay, so it doesn't matter yet.
Yeah, the shark is attempting to break the tunnel right now, the see-through tunnel.
Which one would you say is grappled onto me?
The one on
The right
left.
one? Left? Okay, I swing my great axe at him.
That is a hit.
Do I slice his tongue off?
Mm-mm. If it was a crit, maybe. Magenta. Yeah, girl.
Here I go.
And here I go again on
And
my
you
own.
fucking yes.
I have no luck.
Not this. You notice the shark getting more aggressive and punching through the tunnel hard as it can, leaving some cracks.
It's leaving cracks at different locations, though, thus not really weakening it.
Yeah, it's just kind of still following you, kind of ramming, like it's just leaving cracks at different spots in the tunnel.
So it's not really weakening it, yeah. Now, if it was the same exact location in the tunnel each and every time, yeah, it would probably break it eventually. So would you say it's a megalodon octopus type of thing?
Yeah, it's a hentai shark.
I just imagine a shark head with tentacles coming out of the back instead of fins and everything.
Are you there, Nundus?
Oh! Sorry, I was a little bit distracted.
Pay attention, man.
I didn't realize it rolled around to my turn. I'm blasting the one that had come into view.
It's okay, your girl can wait.
That is a hit.
She's laying down right now. 9 damage.
Flightless.
How badly wounded is the one that I can see?
Really wounded. He's bleeding profusely.
I will try to shoot him.
I just imagine a spurt of blood coming out of it.
Yeah.
You don't shoot him. You hit the wall next, and it ricochets off and misses still.
My God.
That's my turn.
No, yes, no. And then 7 damage. Okay.
Trask, you are getting overwhelmed.
Freaking, I wish I had rage or something. Can I like? I don't have the ability, but can I like swing my axe in like a rotary motion from like a 180 degree to my left and my right?
You said what? I'm sorry?
Could I like technically rotate my axe in like a 180 degree, like hitting the guy on the left all the way to the one on my right, or no?
I think that would be like three attacks.
Like
Technically, but under one.
like a sweeping attack?
Yeah.
No, because technically there's cover with some of them.
Okay. All right. You said the one to my north is the weakest one out of all of them.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna go ahead and bam on him.
And right as you strike your axe down, you hear a robotic voice on the PA system go, emergency stop initiated, and red lights start to glow on the transit, and
No.
it starts slowing down.
No. That shark's gonna kill us now.
God.
I wish I hadn't said anything. I feel like you got the idea from me.
Magenta.
Okay, so I am just going to do what I can from where I'm at. Okay, don't judge me, you know.
Hey, it's what you can do. That's all that matters.
Yes.
But you don't do anything, so fuck you.
God damn.
Get the sacred flames out of your system. You'll be able to do that when this is full of water.
True. True.
Nundus.
Speaking of, it's my turn. I'm going to Eldritch Blast. Or not. The guy in...
I don't think you did that. 'Twas a failed.
What was the number? I'm sorry, because I'm reloading it. 8? Okay.
I rolled an 8. Yeah.
So you miss, but as you miss, the train, or the transit, or the submarine, or the boat thing, it comes to a complete halt.
The underwater train.
It comes to a complete halt, and red lights start flashing inside. Lightless.
So I guess my character's unfamiliar with these types of... Or would he be familiar with, like, how these things work? Like, if we got to, like, the top of the conductors, like, could we start the train from there again?
Possibly.
Okay. I'll shoot. Boom.
That is
See sound effects make it work?
Cha-chang. Clack, clack. You fucking bust a cap in this
12 points of damage.
ass, and he dies. And he's like, damn, son, why'd you do that?
God. Why'd you do me like that? Ready? Let's see. What do I get? Come on, bring it in. Let's go. What's going on? Okay. No and no.
You are fine. And you see the megalodon tentacle hentai penis crash into the tunnel near you, and your train shakes a little bit. And then it disappears into the darkness of the abyss of the ocean, but you're sure it's close. Trask.
Ah, the fucker. Which one's the most injured one?
The one
Whichever
to
one-
your left.
Okay, that goes to that one then.
Uh, 11. Okay. And he explodes.
Sweet. I'm no longer grappled. That's nice.
And then you see the shark come from the other end and smash into the tunnel once again. Magenta.
We need to get to that train engine.
I guess I'm just swimming and trying to stay away from the sharks. I can't
They're
really
not-
see.
I don't even know where you went.
Yeah, I'm by you guys, but I don't think. Maybe my map isn't.
But you can't really see anything where you're at because it's just a narrow hallway. So he's getting attacked by something on the right.
Okay, I'm just gonna hold an action until I do something.
Okay. Then just you see the shark again, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna smash the tunnel.
I don't even know what the hell you just
I
said.
said the fucking shark is gonna fucking smash the tunnel with the Boston accent.
Okay, we beheaded one of the tentacle
We've
guys.
killed 3
right?
of them so far. Yeah.
I'm gonna mage hand the head off of one of them that is dead, and throw it out the back of the train, and say to the shark, "Here's some Adam for you."
You're gonna throw it out of the train?
Yeah, out the
I
back
assume they're
door
out
here.
window.
I mean, you could throw it through the window, but it's still inside the tunnel where the shark can access it.
I know, but if the shark breaks the tunnel, he'll be distracted by the head. I
But
hope.
the train will also fill up with water.
That is a problem for the non-Tritons among us, I must admit, but I have not solved that issue yet.
Oh, you guys are water breathing?
Yeah.
Fuck! Can you cast water breathing?
No. I can cast Destroy Water.
Here to help as much as I can,
Can you
so.
cast that 10,000 times?
No. I've got one spell slot remaining.
Just imagine how angry would the gods be if you just destroyed the ocean.
And smash, and tunnel collapses. A big hole emerges,
Great.
water submerges, and your train is falling and tips a little bit. And then you see the shark break through the wall. Gonna roll initiative.
Fuck!
And of course he broke through in front of us.
Is the train derailed at the moment?
It's sinking in the water.
It's sinking slowly. Okay, so roll initiative, guys.
Again?
Oh yeah.
I see shark.
Oh, is the bitch to my right dead now that we're in water?
The first one.
Okay, Nundus, you see you're slowly getting tipped towards the shark, the way the train is crashing right now.
Is its mouth like pointed towards the hallway?
Yeah, like he's kind of like his mouth is aiming towards you guys.
Ah, God.
He's like eating through the rooms, like it's like paper.
Guess we only have the option of going back. Right?
Yeah.
I think we need to somehow get to the front, like the first cart, so we can turn the engine back on.
Well,
Yeah.
if it's like any other, well, no, we're falling in the water. We can't really turn the engine back on. We're sinking anyways. We're not on the track anymore.
Yeah.
Did the entire train derail, or just the ones we're in?
The entire train is derailed, right, DM?
Right where you're going basically is he collapsed the tunnel in front of you, like that part, and where you're at, it disconnected from behind the shark, but you're still technically attached to the one behind you. You're just hanging downwards towards the shark, basically.
Okay.
Okay, shark needs to be dealt with excessively, which is gonna cut into the destroy water, but it wouldn't help us much anyway. I am going to hex the shark. Ignore the damage roll. I didn't realize it would damage roll there. And then I will Eldritch Blast him. A 16 hit.
Yep.
Okay, and then 11 damage from the blast, and then an extra 3 necrotic from the hex. So I damaged it. And then I will 1, 2, 3, 4. To there, okay. Make my way back towards the other entrance. And that'll be my turn.
Okay, Trask. You are slowly getting slid towards the giant shark as the cart tips.
Is this bitch still there?
No, he is dead.
Okay. Well, I'm going to this.
That's a hit.
Okay. And that.
Flightless.
Guess I will shoot the shark and then move out. Actually, first I think that misses anyway.
Okay. The shark smashes through the train, cutting it through it like butter. Magenta gets flung outside the cart and she sinks outside your guys' view. Not sure if she's okay or not. And this bite goes to Mr.
Fuck! Yeah, he hits. Fuck! Yeah, he hits. Yeah, yeah, he hits. How much am I getting? Okay. Okay. So that's two or three successful damaging shots there. Are you doing two? Is it 2 hits or 3 hits?
It's 2 hits. I didn't mean the third one.
Well, oh, you didn't mean for the third. Okay, so it's 2 hits. I am either permadead because I'm at 19 hit points.
I mean, you're fighting. Like, what's your max hit points?
I have 19 hit points right now. My max hit points is 39.
Yeah, then you're good then. I mean, you're down, but you're not dead.
Okay, so. And do I have to do a death saving? Comes to it.
Did the first attack knock you to the floor?
The first attack knocked me to the floor. The second attack was so that two. Okay, so that's another death save. One failure.
It's 2 death saves.
So I have 2 death saves that could be failures, and I'm dead. Okay.
No, you're at 2 fails at the moment.
Okay, so yeah, so the first attack, because it was more than 19 health I had, it
No,
counts
it's
as
because they melee attack within 5 feet of you, so he has advantage. And since you're like unconscious, like a hit against you is an automatic crit.
You see Magenta
Critical hits and 2 fails.
swim up to the side of the cart, and she yeah, I can't talk. Shoots a beam of healing light at you, Drask.
So I got 7 hit points now.
You have 10.
7 plus 3.
Okay, so I'm back up. Is she okay? Where'd she go?
She's swimming and she's kind of hanging onto the side of the cart.
Nah, I'm talking about player. What's going on?
Oh, she's going to bed.
Oh, okay.
And I guess that's where we're gonna stop tonight. You have the shark at the end of the cart at your feet trying to kill you as you swing in the abyss of the ocean.
They...
And like the 2 tritons just don't